I first started writing probably 10 or 11 years old, writing short stories for fun. I didn't really start playing around with language and words and poetry um, probably till middle school, 13, 14 years old. It's really evolved to mean a lot of things for me now. It's different performing poetry and writing poetry to be performed versus what I've done pretty much my whole life is just writing poetry under the sort of safe, blanket of knowing that no one's ever really going to read it, so it can be honest and as beautiful or awful as it needs to be. Writing for me is a pure release. It's a real outlet. I like to think of it more of raw data. I just try and get some notions or strong feelings, whatever seems to come to me down. Probably been performing for about 6 months. It's something I've wanted to do for years. It took me a couple of years to sort of build up the gall to do it. I don't know. I just think it was it was a real culmination of a lot of things that were going on in the world. That I was paying attention to. I wasn't writing at the time at all. So therefore, I think there's a real build-up politically. Things were going on nationally, as well as things going on in Arizona that I felt were just real atrocities. Whether I really consciously knew it or not, I was looking for an outlet. And we just happened to see a write-up of the Flag Slam. It's a local weekly poetry slam in town. And went to check it out. Saw some pretty impressive poets and some really cool talent right away, a handful of people, and was really inspired and said, to hell with it, I can do that. I got something to say too. And the next week was a cover slam. So it was safe. It wasn't my words. I could just hold my favorite poems and basically do what I do on the way to class, which is go through them in my head and think about a moment like that. And walked in there, killed it, won the slam, and came home with my feet not touching the ground once, and felt like I finally had a platform. I had an outlet and an opportunity to connect with people in a different way, on a different level. That was really, really exciting. Around town, you see Sean. On stage or behind a microphone, you see Nodalone, the poet.